she dealt with all the shitty stuff that I don't know to deal with, and they just came up with ideas and all this enthusiasm and all this. You see that they are Jewish educators, and to work with them, we tried to Skype maybe 10 times and it didn't happen, just to think about details, you know, and see what we're going to do. And my other group, 2 weeks ago, when I contacted the 2 staff members, they told me, I asked them, are you the people? They said, yes. Okay, and then one of them says to me, I asked them both, do you know the kids that are coming on the trip? He was 18 years old from Los Angeles. So they told me, one of them, she didn't reply, and the other one replied, yeah, I spoke to a few of them, they're ready to party. So, and when they came in, they wanted only bars and bars and bars. The staff members were 21 years old, they were birthright last year, and they were just, you know, where's the parties? And I told them, listen, for me this is a Jewish education trip, also parties. I want you guys to go back to the States and remember that Israel is fun, though there's more important things. Anyway, the last, not least, I want to thank all of you. It's very courageous, Jamie, especially for you, to leave the United States, this comfortable zone, and come to this war zone, you know, to come to this complicated place in the middle of the earth, 21 countries around us, one not to exist, or 19 maybe. But really, it's courageous, and I say kol hakavod, I say bravo to you guys for coming. And now I'm going to tell you my last story for you. So in ancient times, many years ago, when we were nomads, the most important thing that we had, especially living in the desert where it's so cold at night, was our source of fire. Because when we had, Michael, the best medic in the world, and I want to thank him because many gun carriers and medics, they do their job, they sleep on the bus, they go to sleep in the room. He was your friend, he was a part of our community. And when you say 39 new friends, I get insulted. I mean, it's 44, 45 with boys, all of us, you know. So, Micha, thank you very much. So back in ancient days, they had they were camping in nice campsites, and they had their source of fire. The source of fire was always the most important thing. Why? Because in the desert, it's cold at night, you need to warm up. You want to make coffee, I mean not coffee in the desert, but tea. You want to make something, you need hot water, you need to boil rice, you need to make food, you need to shower your kids yourself, you need some hot water or hot stuff. So the fire was the most important thing. Now, every once in a while we needed to move from a place to a place because there was no rain, 2 years, no crops growing, or war started, and we needed to go from a place to a place. And to be nomads, it means to go now for 10, 20 miles until we find a new green, lushy place with water sources so we can settle down. When we packed our stuff, it was packing our tents, putting it on the camels and donkeys, wrapping our children and wives and parents and friends, whoever was strong, or the wife, the husband, putting everybody in the camels and started to ride. But the last thing that we did was to go to the fire that is still lit, to take the biggest piece of wood that is still lit, piece of charcoal, wrap it in leather, and let somebody be in charge of it, and sometimes pass it from another to another because it needed to sleep as well. And every 2 or 3 minutes they needed to take it out from the leather and go very hard at it so it's still red and lit. And you know, like really keep the fire on, wrap it in leather once more, and keep on walking. The first thing that we did, finding a new campsite, was immediately take it out and put more wood and light it all up so we have fire. And then we could have settled our kids and wives and parents and children and husbands and build a new tent and everything. So this was the most important thing. Now sometimes what happened is we forgot to look at the light. We forgot to blow hard for it to keep on being lit. So we needed to go to a neighbor 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 miles away for asking for fire. And sometimes our neighbors got stuck without fire and they needed to come to us, and of course we shared our fire. The message of the story is that I know that some of you, all 40 of you that are first timers in Israel, have now fire in their hearts for the land of Israel, for the people of Israel, for the religious, the Jewish religions, for one another. This fire, you're going back to North America, Canada as well. back to the noisy Oprah Winfrey, Michael Jackson, and all this crap, and all this Snoopy Dogg, and blah, 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 and fuck, nigga, nigga, bitch, with all this rap music. Guys, don't forget what's important. Look at your hearts. Keep the fire burning. Stay together. Stay in touch. Facebook, Schmacebook, all this stuff. Look at your pictures. Read your journal. Be in touch with me here via Skype or emails or Facebook. Stay in touch with these this couple, these Reform rabbis that have a lot to teach you, and I'm sure many good recommendations for how to live a better life. And with me, and just, in 10 years from now, to tell your children the story of birthright, you will have some memory book of the mind which is be pretty hazy because you drank a lot, and you will have, but you will have your pictures, and you will have your journal, and you will have each other to keep the fire burning, okay? I love you all, and I thank you all for this beautiful, best group ever, for sure. And I have another birthday coming on Monday. I want to not do it, but I know I need to do it. And I'm going to be reading, and I'm going to do this Kathmandu, and I'm going to be whole there for them. I'm going to be 100%, I hope. I pray for that. Thank you very much. We need to go to dinner.